begins during a time of famine in Israel, forcing Elimelech and his wife Naomi to leave Bethlehem and settle in Moab with their 2 sons. While in Moab, tragedy strikes. Elimelech dies. Naomi's 2 sons marry Moabite women, Ruth and Orpah. Years later, both sons also die. Naomi is left devastated, widowed, childless, and hopeless. Hearing that God has restored food to Israel, Naomi decides to return to Bethlehem. She urges her daughters-in-law to stay behind and rebuild their lives. Orpah stays, but Ruth makes a life-changing decision. Ruth's powerful declaration: "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." This moment defines Ruth's character: selfless loyalty, courage, and faith. The video emphasizes how Ruth chooses love over comfort and faith over fear, making her one of the Bible's most admired women. Naomi and Ruth arrive in Bethlehem as poor widows with no social protection. Ruth takes the initiative to glean leftover grain from the fields, following God's law that allowed the poor to gather food after harvesters. This chapter teaches the dignity of hard work, God's provision through ordinary actions, hope quietly beginning to rise again. The animation portrays Ruth as humble yet determined, showing that God often works through small, faithful steps. Ruth unknowingly gleans in the field of Boaz, a wealthy and honorable relative of Naomi's late husband. Boaz notices Ruth's dedication and learns of her loyalty to Naomi. Boaz responds with protection for Ruth, generosity beyond obligation, respect and kindness. This highlights biblical masculinity, integrity, and compassion, presenting Boaz as a reflection of God's own character. Naomi recognizes that Boaz is a kinsman redeemer, someone legally permitted to redeem family land and care for widows. Following Naomi's guidance, Ruth approaches Boaz with humility and trust. Boaz responds honorably, ensuring the process is done lawfully. This chapter powerfully illustrates God's order and justice, respectful relationships, redemption through obedience. The video explains the cultural and spiritual importance of redemption in ancient Israel. Boaz redeems Ruth, marries her, and restores Naomi's family line. What began with death and despair ends with joy, security, and renewed purpose. Ruth and Boaz have a son, Obed, who becomes the grandfather of King David, part of the lineage leading to Jesus Christ. This shows how God uses faithful individuals to shape history and salvation itself, even when they cannot see the full picture. This animated Bible story teaches timeless lessons, including faithfulness in difficult seasons, loyalty that reflects God's love, God's provision through people, redemption after loss, hope beyond hardship. The story reminds viewers that God is always at work, even when life feels broken or uncertain.